Finally, a message that is positive beyond a lot of the negative messages I've been getting recently. Hey everybody, Ben here. Thanks for clicking on the video. Thanks for showing up for yourself each and every day. I was drawn to pull a rune. It is Gebo. And it can't be read in reverse. It's the same every way. It means, I don't know if I already said it, exchange of a gift of some sort. This could be tangible or metaphorically, spiritually, in our mind. I didn't connect yet, so I'm going to, and I'll see what comes through. I was actually seeing a very large bell ringing. It's like a celebration of some sort in the town, the town hall back in the day. It's also giving off the vibe of the bell always rings the same time or a certain time of the day, and we're anticipating something, but it never bears any fruit. This time is different. I'm seeing a gift with a bow on it, but it's untied and opening itself. There's a hammer inside. Normally we can look at a hammer as destruction or construction. Seen a falcon on driftwood by a waterway. This one's a little weird. Maybe we're building something. So it's kind of at that waterway. It was a very secluded, space in the woods or forest, however you want to turn it. But trying to put together the hammer and the wood. Well, we'll see what comes through. What do we got here, Spirit? What's the wood? King of Pentacles reversed. Irresponsibility. The wood, maybe something, when we're looking at the wood, it was more of a driftwood. So, improperly handled. Matter. I was going to say, what's the hammer? Eight of Wands. Progress. It's obviously fast progress. Movement. Still don't know if we're destructing or constructing here. What are we doing here, Spirit? Three of Swords reversed. Healed wounds. I think we're reconstructing. Maybe we were irresponsible in a decision and it left us in a wounded place. And we can often see that, let's just say Three of Swords this way, heartbreak. We can see that as a destructive place. We got destructed. We experienced something that removed us from us. And when we are reconstructing ourselves, that can very much be seen as a metaphorical gift, if you will. We are coming into our full authentic place. We are rebuilding ourselves in a way that the world hasn't seen yet. maybe we've showed it to ourselves in, the silence of the night, or alone in our room or our house, and no one else got to see that because we didn't have the courage or the strength. Maybe we were working out of a wound. And when we reconstruct this through choices that we've made that heightened our wounds in a place, excuse me, that led us to be less than our true self. What do we have here, Spirit? I feel like I'm having a difficult time conveying my thoughts or what I want to say. I don't feel like myself. The sun reversed. Self-doubt. On the other side, we see that word, authenticity. Maybe what's that called? Imposter syndrome, where we don't think we're qualified or we know enough to move forward with whatever this might be, this full construction. And we're doubting ourselves that we don't have the experience, we don't have the title, whatever this may be, this construction. And that totally goes into how I was feeling about, I don't feel like myself. I don't feel like I can put my words together, that I'm conveying a message clearly, that I'm presenting myself clearly. Nine of Pentacles reversed. Dependence. Maybe in the past we were dependent on this external validation in a way of, I don't want to say motivation, but progress. That, hey, you're doing a good job, you're hitting the nail on the head kind of thing is coming through. And there's the chills. When we come to a place of presenting ourselves in authenticity, and we left a place that maybe we were dependent on that kind of validation, when you enter this new phase, what's coming through is there is that validation isn't there. Maybe you're presenting yourself so strongly that there's no words. Maybe people's jaws are dropping to the ground and they don't know what to say. Nine of Swords, mental strife. They're in our own mind. Kind of going with a personal reading here versus others, but talking about the other people before this card came out, they might be very confused. Gears are turning. They don't know what to say, what to think. Glow up came up. Five of Swords, confrontation. They want to say something and they can't. Who cares? I'd rather have it just focused on you versus these other folks. But what I can say is when we start to really come into this energy and move forward, the vibration changes, and it's like they can't even contact you. It's kind of like if people look at that New Earth analogy, and it's a frequency vibration type deal, that you're there but you're not. All these people that chose a different path are in the shit and the trauma and the difficulty, while others are moving out of it, and they're both experiencing it at the same time, but it's like it's not part of your experience anymore. So these more negative energies or individuals, they can't really enter your experience. They may want to, but it doesn't affect the same. Temperance, inner peace. That's magical. Coming to a place, full inner peace, choosing yourself. Me personally, I come from a wound of people pleasing, and it was always a goal to, know why the word satisfy came to mind, but to, working out of that wound, you thought you were doing good by providing and helping so many people. And in reality, you were dumping all of your energy out, seeking some sort of experience, I guess, however you want to turn it. But you thought you were doing good, and really you were doing more harm. You were abiding other individuals for their malicious acts or non-motivation, as well as receiving nothing in return. And when I should say, obviously I'm speaking of myself here, but when we came out of that place, you're going to upset a lot of people, but you also find that anything you were seeking out there is always found in here, and nothing out there can fill that cup. Especially if we're dumping all of our cup onto everything else, we're dwindling ourselves even more. When we start to give that back to ourselves, a lot changes. Page of Swords reversed. Better judgment. This always takes place. When we see things for what they are, maybe we, going back to that original card of being irresponsible, we're working out of a wound, made poor choices, but we learned a lot. And we wouldn't have gotten to this place if we didn't learn that. We wouldn't have understood how to have better judgment without making those decisions. A lot of people want to call it mistake. I use that word too with myself sometimes, and I have to correct myself. It wasn't a mistake. It was an experience to learn. And during that experience, however shitty of it may have been, or whatever difficulty it could have created, I learned a lot. And now I utilize that to make better choices. One last card here, Spirit. What's this look like? Ace of Wands. New beginnings. Of course it's a new beginning. How could it not be? I think I'll leave it there, guys. Congratulations. Hang in there. Everybody's authenticity is different. It's going to look different. It's going to be different. Don't follow some, I don't know if this is the right word, but status quo came to mind of, I have to be this to be this. Everybody's authenticity, everybody's path is different. There's no checklist that you have to be what you think you want to be. You be you, and that is what we need. I'll leave it there. I wish you all the best. If you liked it, feel free to like, comment, share, or subscribe, and I will talk to you all later.